general engineering, computer and robotic engineering, architectural, general science, business and entrepreneurship, social science and laws, humanities and liberal arts, fine arts, journalism and digital medias, culinary arts, music, and sports. This means a student must register for a track first, and then they can move to choose FEs, like in Gen 2. We will use blue slot. Now it's turning to pink slot to be a track subjects. They have 3 track subjects in each semester. And what all about the track subject? In conclusion, I would like you to picture this. I would like you to picture that with this schedule, a student has 2 hats for one schedule. One hat is worn when they study core subjects, green and red slots, with their peers from the same homeroom. The other hat is worn when the students study track subjects and FEs with other groups of friends from the same track or the same FEs. So this is like an example one to make you see it easier, but I will show you the real one of the schedule. This is a real one. And you can see that it's written track or FE. That is for the second hat. And if you see in Thai, if it's written the name of the subject and the name of the instructor, that is the other one, the first hat that they have to wear when they learn in their homeroom with their peers. Okay. So after finishing grade 9, every student must register for a track before entering grade 10. And they must register every semester during last 3 years at our school. So which means they have to register 6 times when they enter into grade 10. The overarching concepts of this curriculum for these 3 years include preparing academic strength and building essential skills throughout track subjects in grade 10. And what will happen in the grade 11? Researching and doing personal projects they have to do in grade 11. Creating portfolios and finalizing portfolios before the end of the first semester for grade 12. And in the second semester of grade 12, students need to focus on the admission process. If students realize that the track, we have a lot of questions, and this is like a frequent asked question for us. If they think that this track doesn't fit them, what should they do? If students realize that the track they register for doesn't fit them, doesn't fit their future goals or pathway, they have the right, we offer the right for them to change the tracks before starting grade 11. That means in the end of the first semester in grade 10, they can they can come to us and ask for change, or for a whole academic year in grade 10. After grade 10, they can do that as well. Regarding track subjects, we design them by researching and collecting essential information to ensure precision. We consulted with experts. Fortunately, with the Bangkok Christian College long-standing reputation, we have wide connections and in all areas. So we have many professors from famous universities in Thailand to consult about the new curriculum in each track. We spent an entire academic year preparing, communicating with parents, and communicating with all teachers as well to get better understanding about what they do, what they're gonna do. When the first class using this curriculum graduated, which is 3 years ago, we received a lot of good news. Approximately 50% of them were accepted into their desired school or faculties. For example, in the architectural track, 14 out of 18 students were accepted in the Faculty of Architecture in Chulalongkorn University, which is the top one university in Thailand, by submitting their portfolios. Despite these successes, we believe we can do better. We focused on building tools and skills for creation portfolios, but we overlooked students who prefer to focus on entrance exam, which still exists in the admission system. Another issue is the number of students changing tracks after the first semester or even the first year. Our data shows that about 30% of students were willing to change the track each semester, which is I am worrying about that. With the number, it's in the high level for me, for my team. So these changes indicates that the student haven't clearly seen the future. They register for a track to test if it is their destination. They don't know what they want to do or where to go after graduation. That's a big problem. We realize that this is a significant obstacle in the curriculum, so leading us to develop Gen 4. Gen 4 begins with the idea of initiating students' concern about their future earlier. Trial and error should not occur in their last 3 years at school. Those years are reserved for students who have already identified their destination and are preparing for admission. So we needed to help them think about the future earlier. So we plan to do during the grade 7 to 9. Not because that grade level precedes grades 10 to 12, but because the ages are proper for this new approach. We created an activity called Self-Discovery and Navigation, which is scheduled for every student, 1 period a week. The objectives are to initiate students' concern about future planning, build tools and materials to help them reach their goals, develop essential communication, especially with their parents, who play important role in students' lives, especially in Asian culture as we all know. Broaden their understanding of numerous occupations and help them track their pathway throughout grade 10 to 12. At first, teachers were hesitant about this activity. We sought open-minded teachers, about 50 of them, who were ready to run the activity together and provided them with training to build material and boost their confidence. That's the key. The administrative board supported us again with a budget for various training programs. Once the teachers were well trained and confident, we launched this activity just last year. So it's too early to discuss results or say whether this activity has lowered the rate of changes in track, because we need like 3 years to gather sufficient data. However, we hope the results will be satisfactory, demonstrating that Bangkok Christian College is on the right path in education and truly designed with our beloved students in mind. And that is all my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention.